Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long was 1975. A YouTuber's on the rise. Reviewing, getting rated I and sometimes friends used to bug them. Long was 1975.
Hey YouTube, Longboys Post 1975 and welcome to a show and tell video. A show and tell video about Back to the Future stuff, so it seems only apt that we're in the ticking clock room. So anyway, I have a playlist of Back to the Future videos. Anyone who's followed my channel for any period of time will know I absolutely love and adore the movie and have a ton of its merchandise. It's been my favourite movie since day one of seeing it in the cinema. It's never wavered and or changed. How many people can say that about their favourite movie? Well, I have a Playmobil Delorean. It's actually over there, but it's so fragile I don't like touching it. But what is another toy brand, not quite in the same leagues of popularity as Lego, but certainly a very strong franchise there? I believe, I mean, my first experience of it was in the 70s. It's been knocking around since probably the 70s, and that would be Playmobil, where they make a number of vehicles covering absolutely everything, you know, but mainly real life things and stuff like that. I mean, as a kid, I had their space shuttle. I still have it somewhere. It was absolutely amazing. Full landing gear. These little guys, they're clipped together, but they're not quite Lego clipped together. But I mean, if you don't know what Playmobil is, that will make sense. But if you do, you probably understand what I say. I mean, as a kid, I had, the space stuff. I had the Independence, you know, war soldiers stuff. Obviously I had the British ones. Yes, I am aware that we lost, but I just love those soldiers and things like that. My twin brother had a rubbish lorry or garbage truck, and they did everything, absolutely everything. I had cowboys and Indians, you know, on horses and stuff like that. Well, very recently, apparently, well, maybe going back 18 months ago or so, and I didn't know they were going to do Back to the Future, but it was kind of, you know, an inkling. But yeah, 18 months ago or so, I was in Tesco's and I saw that they did an Ecto 1, and I don't know if it was in line with the 2016, I know that's more than that long ago, but you know what I mean, movie or something like that, so it may have been more than then, and a bunch of figures, and I thought it was really cool. The Ecto 1 was really expensive, and as much as I like Ecto 1, I just thought, they actually did the hot dog stand from Ghostbusters as well, which I thought was a bit of an odd one. But anyway, this isn't about Ghostbusters, this is about Back to the Future. And I thought, I wonder if they're ever going to do Back to the Future. And obviously you've seen the thumbnail, you know what I'm talking about. So yes, they did my beloved Back to the Future. Now, as I said, I have my Lego DeLorean. A Lego DeLorean, it's brilliant. It's worth 200 quid now, seriously. I think mine actually came from Canada, but it's not something you can play with. Not that I want to play with it, but you know, you can't. When you display it, you have to be very careful with it because it's very fragile and you can lose pieces. So I thought Playmobil, Back to the Future DeLorean, well, that's ideal. You know, that's somewhat sturdy and displayable, rugged and usable, even though I couldn't use it to go back in time. You know what I mean. So I was all over that. And then I saw that it popped up on Amazon. It kept saying it was coming out. And then about 6 months ago or so, they did pre-orders. I found out since then it was exclusive to the toy line or shop Smith's, but I could have just gone in there and bought one. But they were sold out. They were completely sold out, which makes what I'm about to show you even more amazing. But not just because I have one, but well, we'll get to it. So yeah, I ordered it on Amazon, and I waited. I don't have the best of luck of Amazon giving my packages to other people and stuff like that, and saying I've received them and or signed for them, and then just cancelling orders and things like that. They screwed me around on my pre-order for Guru Larry's book and stuff like that. And with this coming the 1st of May, and right on the 1st of May, what did it say? It said, out of stock. We'll email you when we have more stock. Amazon, I pre-ordered it 6 months ago. The thing with pre-orders is you pre-order it so you get it. Don't keep letting pre-orders come in that eclipse the level of stock you have. That's basic business school. Anyway, out of the blue, it just said it was coming yesterday. And I thought, wow, it's really big. It must be a lot bigger than the pictures. And when I cracked open the box, there was a beautiful Back to the Future, I was going to say Lego, Playmobil DeLorean. And right underneath it was a beautiful Back to the Future Playmobil DeLorean. And then I checked my bill, and they only billed me for one. I have no idea what's going on with that, but you know, great things come in twos, as they say. So before we get to that, I ordered something else off. That was £49, which is going to look really, really good value in a moment. Well, technically it's 25 quid if you see what I mean. I ordered something else off there. I ordered a double figure pack of 1955 Marty and 1955 Doc Brown. Now, the detail on these is brilliant. They're kind of goofy looking because that's the shtick with Playmobil, but he's got his little newspaper and stuff like that. He's got, you know, the guitar when he plays Johnny B. Good. That's absolutely amazeballs, and I love it. And I'm not opening it. That's a display piece. That was 25 quid. But if you want Marty McFly 1985 Marty McFly, these are Amazon prices. That's 15 quid. So what do you get? That or this? Well, it depends if you want future Marty or past Marty. But then you get to this, and you'll see that not only does it include Einstein and Doc Brown, 80s Doc Brown, it pimps the figures I've just bought. I do apologise about the glare. But if you look on the side, you also get 1985 Marty McFly with camcorder. Camcorder? Is that what they are? And a skateboard. And then if you look around, look at that. Look at that. Again, I try and get the glare away. That looks absolutely phenomenal. And also, it looks complete. Quite, you know, rather well built, in fact, you would say. And then you look at the back. Again, I apologise for the glare. You see all the wonderful things it can do. And it's got a hover conversion where the wheels fold up. And also, again on the front, it's got plutonium that goes in the back. So, there's the hover conversion. And I was just like, this is all kinds of insane. And then I noticed at the bottom, it says ages 6+. Bear that in mind. Then I noticed at the bottom it said 64 pieces. Now, I have some tutorials saved on YouTube to follow because there will be another video when I review it in its completed built form, but I will not be assembling it because me and assembling things, we don't get on very well, especially when it comes to stickers, and there are a lot of stickers. Stickers, with me, it's the pressure. Balls it up once and it's forever ruined. I cannot stand that, and I don't have particularly steady hands. Now, anyway, 64 pieces. Again, it's no Lego. It's no Lego. You'd be thinking, that's not a lot, really, is it? And again, I guess it's not a lot compared to Lego. But one thing, it's really not a lot now, look in the box. One thing I would like to say, though, is I think that's a bit shit, packaging-wise, don't you? Don't you? What, no compartments or anything like that to protect it? I mean, I've seen Amazon do some pretty rough things with my parcels. But anyway, so I'm just going to show you what's in it. And then I'm going to, obviously, I will do another video where I review it in its entirety. Because this takes batteries and has sound effects and light. But I think for £49, it's actually pretty good value. Let's just put that aside. I'm not going to open the other one. I'm never going to open that one. I've got one to put on my shelf and one to stay sealed and sit behind the one on my shelf. So you do get a pretty much complete, you know, DeLorean. It's a bit kind of shorter. I mean, liberties have been taken. It looks pretty accurate, but don't get me wrong. When it's really up close, liberties have been taken. You can see where you have to clip on all the bits and the wheels, and you can feel that the wheels have a locking mechanism. More importantly, it does have... has a little gaps on the windows as well. See that? Brilliant. But see, stickers. Hopefully it will say DMC. I mean, it must be licensed. How do I get the doors open like that? It does have gold wing doors. I mean, it would have been absolutely rubbish and stupid if it didn't have gold wing doors. Can you see the flux capacitor in there? I mean, brilliant attention to detail. I'm looking in my viewfinder, and from that angle it looks absolutely friggin' amazing, even if it doesn't have much stuff on it. I've heard people complain about the levels of the moulding in the plastic, and they were on the money. Look, I mean, it doesn't ruin it, but come on, you're supposed to be a premium product. I don't remember, I don't know, is it because of the moulding they use? Because I mean, the stuff, the Playmobiles I had as a kid, I don't remember them. And I opened them myself on Christmas Day. It wasn't like, you know, my parents assembled it before me. They were cellophane and stuff like that. Don't remember them requiring much assembly. I mean, the space shuttle was stick-on doors and stick-on undercarriage and stickers and stuff. But I guess you could argue this is a bit more intricate because, obviously, the detail to the time machine. But bearing in mind what I said about the price of figures, 15 quid for Marty, 25 quid for those two, this is £49, and you get, let's open it. I have to open it at some point. Well, let's open these. We're going to leave everything else pretty much in the baggies because I need to find the instructions to assemble it. But you get 1985 Doc Brown, looking rather dapper in his radiation suit. Like I said, there's a charm to Playmobil, but if you didn't grow up with it, you might just think it's very, very goofy and ugly looking. Oh, his suitcase. That's exactly how I remember Playmobil suitcases from when I was a kid. No way. His suitcase for his luggage because he's allergic to all synthetics. You get Einstein. I mean, come on. Is that not cool? You get Einstein, the world's first time traveling dog. And you get 85 Marty, who's really cool. Again, 15 quid on Amazon for him. He's tiny. And he comes with a skateboard in that package. And he comes with a skateboard in this. Although, if you grew up with these things, because I thought I did, then was there more assembly than this? Or assembly standard? Or less? His skateboard, which is movie accurate. And obviously everything you need to build for his luggage and stuff like that. You're all going back in the bag. You have fun in there, guys. Right, because I don't know if it's like Lego, but you need to keep it in certain packs for the order of the instructions to work. Here's the interesting thing where you need a screwdriver because this is the battery compartment, I believe, because it's got a screw on it. And right, what else do we have in here? We have all the blue trim that's part of the grill and the side wheel arches that lights up when you're about to go back in time. And we have the vents that go on the back of the time machine in here. Again, there will be a video when I show you its entirety. This is just to show you what's in the box because I'm not doing a building video. And I'm not opening these because I'm paranoid that I'll do it in the wrong sequence. But you can see what they are. This isn't going to be as difficult as I think it is then. You have a pack where you assemble your wheels, your tyres and your hubs. How accurate are they to the movie? Hey, they're pretty accurate. So like I said, there will be a part 2. I don't know when I'll be doing my part 2 because obviously I'm probably not going to build this today because I've just gotten from work, and after this video gets edited I'm going to bed. So yeah, this is the pack that scares me. Hey, it's got the lightning conducting pole, but it's the stickers and the instructions. See what I mean about stickers? Why do they never double up on stickers? Why do they never double up on stickers? I can't be the only person, with shaky hands. And I mean, what happens if drug addicts want to build this or something? So yeah, that's the bit I'm a little bit kind of, that's the bit I'm very, very concerned about. But I have to say, I'll show you the box once again. It looks amazing. It looks absolutely amazing. And just by looking at the bare model of it, you can see, apart from the poor moulding, that a little bit of love and effort has been clearly put into this. I don't know. This is aimed at adults. I don't know how many kids out there from sort of, parents. Do your kids love Back to the Future so much that they would play with this? I would, because well, I did love Back to the Future so much, but it just looks bloody cool, and I loved cars when I was a kid. So, just a quick little video to show you what's in the box before I assemble it, and there won't be an assembly video, because like I said, I'll just be scratching my head and going, ooh and ah. As simple as it is, I know there's people out there who've probably got it and screaming at the screen. You don't understand me when I'm put under pressure. You weren't there, man. So, yeah, I will build it, I will put all the stickers on it, and then I will review it as a final, complete product. But this was just a bit of fun that I had to show you, because when this came, especially since my pre-order was delayed, I was so excited. Anyway, as always, I'd love to know what you think. Do you like Playmobil? Did you have Playmobil? Is it just to keep cashing on catching the bandwagon of what Lego have done and exploited for so long? Or do you think it's a better, as I said, more durable, playable, forgiving form or franchise to do these movies, or license these movies, I should say? Anyway, as always, I'd love to know what you think. Thank you, particularly about Back to the Future in general. We could talk about it all day. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you later. YouTube, Columbus Post 1975, and welcome to the Ticking Clock Room. It seems only apt since I'm going to be talking about Back to the Future in this video. We do it in my room that, well, has ticking clocks and ultimately reminds me the start of the movie. As many of you know, my favourite movie of all time this is a disclaimer, I have to do it, has been my favourite movie of all time since day one and has never changed or wavered. How many people can say that about their favourite movie? Anyway, so this is a long overdue video. 3 weeks, maybe a month ago, I did a video, a part one of this video, which is an initial thoughts and unboxing video. No assembly, because I didn't realise quite so much assembly was involved in this, of the Playmobil Back to the Future DeLorean time machine. Now, it's a good alternative, basically, to the Lego time machine, but good luck getting one of those, because I imported mine from Canada 5 years ago. And it was under $100, but now they're currently going for on Amazon for $200. But it's a good alternative to that, because I mean, Lego make great display pieces and things like that, but there's no denying assembly of those things, although it came with better instructions than this did, but we'll get to that in a moment. Yeah, assembly of Lego stuff isn't for everyone, and I'll mention this again later on. And displaying of Lego, at least for me, being such a fragile thing, and transporting of Lego things, it just makes me nervous. So this is a very, very good alternative, and they're doing a whole range of these things now, because I grew up with Playmobil, and they always had a decent range of stuff, such as soldiers, spaceships, real life things such as tractors, ambulances, rubbish lorries or garbage trucks, and they started doing movie ones. They do a lot of Ghostbusters stuff that is really, really cool. And based on this, how I'm impressed with it now that it's assembled, I might be getting an Ecto 1. Anyway, so here is the box, and basically I got this, sorry for the glare, like I said, 3 weeks, maybe a month ago, and I was very anxious about assembling it, because when I opened it up, I'll put a link to that video in the doohickey down below. When I opened it up, again, as I previously mentioned, I didn't realise quite so much assemblage, is that even a word, was involved. I did end up making a video of me actually building it, but unfortunately it got corrupted, which, to be fair, is probably for the best, because I wouldn't want people following that video as some sort of guide and making cack-handed, cock-ups on their beloved Playmobil time machine DeLorean. So anyway, it is now finally built, and there's a couple of things I want to quickly show you. This is why I was so nervous and so anxious about building it. It was the stickers. Me and stickers do not get on. I don't have the steadiest of hands, and you only get one set. This is just not Playmobil. This is one thing I've never liked about stickers. You only get one set. The sheer amount of pressure that you don't balls it up is too much for me. And the instructions, I didn't find the instructions to be particularly good. Now, your mind may differ, and you may be thinking that doesn't look that difficult, and there is what? There is only 64 pieces, but I didn't find them that sort of easy, intuitive to follow. Sorry about the lights. And I swear some stages were missing. Again, there's people out there who built this and just thinking, dude, seriously, it was a piece of piss. Then good for you, and maybe I'm not very good at assembling these things. So I will say, take your time, probably look at the model before you build it, and all its component parts, and just thoroughly check it out until you're happy. And in your own mind, you have some sort of kind of inkling to where the pieces go. But put it this way, the Lego one may be a lot more, part involving when it comes to the assemblage, but the instructions were far superior to this. But that's just a general nitpick for me. What you want to see is, that's so apt. What you want to see is the final product. So I'm going to show you this here quickly, because I have recorded a little bit with it on my tripod, but it's pretty nice. It's pretty Jim dandy, and it's pretty movie accurate. And as you can see, both individuals fit in the car, which you would hope was a no-brainer, but you honestly don't know with some people. It's got opening doors, gold wing doors. It would have to, otherwise it would be a complete failure as a product. And it does have light up effects because it is battery powered. That is nice. That is very nice. Obviously you assemble the battery pack yourself, and also it does have, there's switches on the bottom where if you push it forward or pull it away, then the wheels collapse into hover mode. Point I don't like or points off, I should say, is it could have come with a display stand. My Lego, this isn't a Lego comparison to Playmobil, thing like that, but could have come with a display stand. But there's no denying that that looks really, really nice. I really, really do like that. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a little bit of film where I've got this on the table and I'm filming it with my camcorder so you can see it in a little bit more detail. So first of all, we'll take a look at the figures. I think the figures are really, really nice. It's cool that it comes with them, but obviously you can also buy them separately, and you can buy the 51 separately, which I show you in my original video. Granted, in the packet, because I don't open stuff, but you get an Einstein with a leash, which is really cool. You get a really, really cool Doc Brown figure that assembles the remote control for the car and has, which I think is supposed to be like a lab pack, and his stopwatch. You also get a plutonium case that if I open, it's a bit difficult to open. It's a bit stiff and it's completely empty, but that's because the contents are in the box. It contains these things here that go on the back. I don't know if you can see that. Well, yep. That's a given, that happens. It's basically got the plutonium. You get like 3 of them and 3 handles, so you can stick that in the back there. It's obviously an original movie DeLorean, so there's no Mr. Fusion. A little bit disappointed that they didn't include Mr. Fusion, but I can live with that. You get Marty's skateboard, which is accurate to the movie. Well, the top is accurate to the movie, and you get a really, really cool little Marty figure with the JVC camcorder, or VHS recorder, I should say, which camera we all thought was so futuristic back in its day. I think Smith's Crisp were given away in a competition. Now, if you look at the DeLorean, what's really, really cool is the details really, really nice. You get the strip that goes up here, over the top of the car and round to the other side. As I said, there's the plutonium chamber. You get this, which is the lightning conducting rod, which is very easily removed. I think it's just there for attention to detail. Then you get the 2 vents on the back. I will spin it around in a minute. But yeah, and then you clip the hose with these tiny little clips here that runs over the wheel arches, dependent upon how you move that, and into the stripping at the front of the car there. This is a really, really nice detailed model. Once you've assembled it, you kind of get that impression when you're building it, but once you've assembled it, I mean, look at this. Just look at it, Marge. I mean, look at it. Wrong franchise, I know. And then the middle panels and the windows there are removed, but I guess that's so you can open the gull-wing doors really quite easily. But look at that. Look at that. And I don't know how well it's going to show up, the sort of dash in the car, because if I move it towards my camera's on, it's on autofocus. But it's really nice attention to detail. And there is a flux capacitor. But the best bit is there's a button down here, and then if you press it, I don't know how well it's going to show up in daylight, but can you see that? You should see the flux capacitor fluxing, and also it's got the time circuit switch in there. So I mean, obviously you assemble that, it's a pain in the ass to get on there, but yeah, it's really cool attention to detail. Once you've assembled this really is quite the looker. I really do like how it looks and how it's assembled, and this lighting up strip is really nice. And as I mentioned in the original video, there are some sort of blemishes on the plastic from the moulding, but once you've got all this stuff on it, you really can't see it. You really can't see it. So it is, I'll show you the bottom. I'm not sure if you want to see the bottom, but it is a really nice model once it's completed. As I said, it's if you're not into building, I mean, this was a little bit more involved than I thought it would be. If you're not into building, then I would take this over a Lego, model any day of the week, because this is certainly more displayable and certainly less fragile. And I know probably people out there who love their Lego and stuff like that are saying, "What are you talking about, man? I've got loads of Lego displayed." I'm terrified of even touching my Lego DeLorean. But yeah, this is a really nice model. So let's round up this video. Now, I did really quickly want to show you some close-ups of the stickers and, the decals. So this is the back of the car with the out-of-time number plate and exhaust vents.
Then we go to the front of the car, and you can see the grille, and you can see the DMC logo. So, you know, it is really, really quite detailed. I do really like the attention made on this. And then you can see the time readout displays, all three of them there, and the steering wheel. And obviously you can see that it's cut away to aid your figure being able to fit in the car. And finally, you can see the rear of the people compartment, and you can actually see the flux capacitor between the seats. So lots of nice attention to detail there.
So there you go. I think it's a really, really, really nice model. I touched upon in that video again some of the things I think about it compared to Lego. It's a very nice display piece, a really, really nice display piece. And, you know, it doesn't make me as nervous as it does when I handle my Lego piece. I keep saying that, but that really is a thing for me. I really, really like it. As a Back to the Future fan, I really do think you'll like it as well. The price point, £49, I really don't think is too expensive. You can buy additional figures for it, which I show in my original video. I would have preferred that they let us have the option of putting a Mr. Fusion thing in, but that might just be a small gripe for me because I'm such a fan of Back to the Future. Should have shown you the hover conversion in that little clip, but what can I say? I'm not very good at reviewing toys. But obviously I've shown you how you do that. Do I recommend this? Even if this thing was twice the price, I'm such a Back to the Future fan that I would probably bought it. For £49, I mean, you may disagree. I don't know much about modern toys. I think this is absolutely fantastic value. It's got weight to it. It really does have weight to it. You know, you get 2 figures, 3 figures if you consider, you know, Einstein. And also you get the plutonium cases I showed you. A couple of, pieces of equipment for both figures, such as the camcorder, the remote control. I think a lot of thought and effort and love has gone into this. For a licensed movie product, they clearly understand, you know, the amount of love there is for this movie and this particular iconic vehicle. So I personally would say, if you're a Back to the Future fan, I don't know what numbers these were made in, definitely grab one for yourself. You will love it. It makes an absolutely fantastic display piece. I mean, the box itself is really, really, really nice and looks, you know, even if you don't take it out of that, I have too, so that's not an issue for me. That looks fantastic on your shelf. Basically, I was very, very genuinely surprised about how good this is, as I said, for the price. Again, just a little niggle for me. Maybe I don't build enough things or kits. Certainly I haven't built Playmobil since I was a kid, to know if this is just, you know, it's fine and it's me who had problems reading it. But I did find this a little bit tricky to follow and found that it did seem to miss some kind of steps. But as I said, you know, familiarise yourself with the product in its disassembled form, read the instructions, and you'll be fine. So bottom line is, if you're a massive Back to the Future fan, you do really need one of these in your collection. Anyway, as always, I could talk about Back to the Future and listen to and read your comments, I should say, all day long on that movie. But I would love to know what you think, especially if you have this Playmobil model. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.